jurors deliberating for a second day in the final trial in the death of Elijah McClain.
And just moments ago, the judge questioned each juror after the jurors said they were hopelessly deadlocked. The 23-year-old died after a violent encounter with Aurora police in which he was injected with ketamine by paramedics. Paramedics Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chikuniak are charged with reckless manslaughter, criminally negligent homicide, and assault. In closing arguments, prosecutors said they used excited delirium as a reason to inject the ketamine, and they knew they used the wrong dose, something the defense has said was just wrong. Listen to what the questions the judge asked the jurors moments ago.
Do you believe that the jury is hopelessly deadlocked? Do you believe that further deliberations would assist the jury in reaching a unanimous verdict?
Well, the judge asked the jury to go take another try and reconsider their deadlocked position. Now, we have learned the jury was deadlocked on one of the counts.
So joining us now is legal expert Raj Chauhan. Thank you for being here.
Sure.
Raj.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
All right, you've been in this situation as a prosecutor where you've had, a deadlocked jury. Let's talk about what might be happening now in the jury room and what the judge is trying to do.
Sure. So the judge has laid the groundwork now for a possible mistrial. By giving those instructions to the jurors and sending them back in, the judge is telling the jury, hey, give it your best shot. Go back in there and try again. I know you've been working on this for 2 days now, and definitely do your best to try to, get in there and figure this out. So if that can't happen, in other words, if the judge has tried a couple of times, sent them back in 2 or 3 times, and they've not been able to figure this out, we're likely to see what's called a hung jury that leads to a mistrial in the case.
So we don't know how many people might be hanging this up, right? So the judge actually told, judge told them to set aside their beliefs and look at the facts. Is that any kind of hint on what they might think is happening in that jury room?
I think one thing you know for sure is that there are probably multiple jurors on either side of this going to bat for their side. And when you have a deliberation that drags on this long and they can't figure out the entire case, you probably have some people who are very heated. There's been a lot of discussion, a lot of working through the evidence, and they feel like, hey, we're just not going to move our position. When they come out and tell the judge that we don't think we're going to be able to figure this out, that we think that we're hopelessly deadlocked, that's a good indication to the court that they're probably not going to be able to figure that count out. Very likely this is going to result, at least on that count, in a hung jury.
All right, we're looking at video there of the paramedics coming and going from the courthouse. The judges, of course, are cognizant of the cost of all of this, the time of a new trial. We're pushing up, of course, against Christmas. How far and how long might he push them?
Yeah, my guess is that if the jury comes back again at the end of the day and says they can't figure it out, my guess is going to be that this is going to be a hung jury, at least on that count. Probably what will happen is the court will accept the counts that they have figured out, and then the prosecution will have to make a decision about what to do about the particular count that hung the jury.
All right. Raj, thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you for your insight.